so amazing, so beautiful. One of God's beautiful creatures. Ooh, what a beautiful morning. Get us some fishing in. First moved to Florida, we used to live in that building right there. When we first moved here, we stayed there for a couple of weeks while we were looking for a place to live, because we moved to Florida not knowing where we were going to live. They have church out on the beach on Sundays.
You have arrived.
Route 399, which connects Navarre Beach to Pensacola Beach, is one of my favorite routes to take when traveling from Navarre to Pensacola. One of the best roads in the Emerald Coast by far. Okay, you get to see big, beautiful, stunning beach homes. And also, Navarre is known as the most relaxing place in Florida. The people are so friendly. When we first moved to Florida, this is where we stayed for a couple of weeks. As I was saying, we stayed in the condo because we didn't know where we were going to live. And the condo is right on the beach. I do have the link in the description if you want to see the pier of Navarre's fishing pier. It extends 1,545 feet into the Gulf. It's one of the largest piers in Florida. And it's also known as a shark pier. There's always lots of sharks on Navarre Pier. And also, Jaws 2 was filmed in Navarre. But I just love going this way because you also get to see views of the Gulf and views of the Santa Rosa Sound. And as you're going into Pensacola, gorgeous natural sand dunes, palm trees, more beach homes. It's just absolutely gorgeous, y'all. If y'all are ever in the Pensacola area or Navarre area, make sure you take Route 399. You will not be disappointed. Oh my God, it's so peaceful up here. I want to come back as a bird.
I don't know about all
Can I
that.
come back as a bird? Oh, we should have said we wanted to get dipped.
Time to get dipped in the water.
Oh!
Whoa. Okay.
Well, we decided not to go to Navarre Pier. We're back out here at Bob Sykes because Bob Sykes don't usually let us down. We usually catch something here. The surface is rough. It's like 2 double red flags. So we talked to a couple people that were out there fishing, and they said that they didn't catch anything. So it's out here. See if we can catch some fish. It's so pretty. It look prehistoric. Look like prehistoric birds. Trying to see if we can get a pole dance out here. A nice little nasty pole dance. Yours is something nibbling on it.
Yeah.
Philip made his own ceviche rig for catching some larger fish. Oh, you putting little lures on all of them?
Yeah. You put a little bait on it too.
Okay. Well, it's a beautiful day to be out here. We don't catch anything. Oh, he didn't move closer. You want to be on the camera. They are some amazing looking birds up close, y'all. Their beaks look like wood. They are so beautiful and prehistoric looking. Oh my goodness, they had like some light blue eyes. Oh, their beaks just don't even look real. So amazing. So beautiful. One of God's beautiful creatures. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bird. You're so pretty. I just want y'all to see how close this bird is to us. He's literally right there. He just came right there and just started chilling. We usually always have one of these to come around. What are they called? Blue herrings or gray herrings? I'm not sure. But they're very smart birds, and they will steal your bait. He keeps looking to see where Philip is, so he can creep up, take the bait. Hey! Oh, give our bag back! What are you doing? No, don't take the bag. Oh, look, he knows something on your line. Look at him. You see your line moving. No more shrimp. Oh, you don't believe me? You trying to look in the bowl? Found a friend. You see your line moving. That is crazy. He's watching your line, babe. Yeah. So what you think? Do you think you about ready to give it up, or we gonna fish a little?
I don't think they're biting right now. I think they would have bit early this morning, or maybe if we go in the evening. But I don't see nothing. Even the birds are gone now.
Oh, they are. They are. They had breakfast and they'll be back for dinner. Well, it's up to you. Do you want to go grab something to eat and come back?
Yeah, let's go grab something to eat.
Okay. We'll go grab some breakfast and come back. I don't mind getting up early. It's just when you get up early and then after a couple of hours, Philip is ready to go. I would be out here all day if it was up to me. I would be out here all day because I love it. I love being by the ocean. Feeling it in the breeze. Smelling the salt water. I love it. But Philip, he claimed to be a fisherman, y'all, but I don't know. So, anyway, we about to go get something to eat. I don't think we're coming back, but we gonna see. We about to go grab us some breakfast. It's starting to warm up out here, too. I don't even know if y'all can hear me with the wind and the cars, but it's starting to warm up. But the wind is supposed to pick up, though, a little bit later. It's supposed to get up to, what, like 25 mile per hour winds? Yeah, so it's going to get windy later, but it feels amazing out here right now. Like, I'm definitely not ready to go. I could have stayed in the bed. It's hot out here, though. That's for sure. Oh, and there's a new one. Oh, yeah, it definitely needed a bigger pot.
Oh, yeah, that's going to do real good when you put it in this bigger pot.
Yeah, that'll work. Thank you, Daddy. You never get to rest, even on your day off, huh? Thank you.
Calling out. They need to get out.
Oh my goodness. Look at all them roots. Let me see them roots. Oh man, that's amazing. It's a lot of roots. So that means that that's going to be a really big plant.
Yeah.
It has the potential of being really big.
Bring me a knife so I can cut all these dead ones off.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that took a whole bag.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be so pretty. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. So how is it gonna have to be repotted again, you think, or?
It may grow pretty good in here, but I bet it'll outgrow this plant before. Yeah, it's gonna probably need to be repotted and probably a little bit longer because it's gonna outgrow this one.
Do you think we ought to put in that blue one then, or that blue one is just way too big?
I think this one will be fine, but
those leaves still got some
spread
room.
out.
Yeah, it still got some room.
It's gonna take them a while to fill because the roots got to fill this up.
You missed one right there.
Okay, the way that pot had the roots filled, the roots got to fill this pot, so it's gonna be a while.
Oh, okay. Oh, fill the whole pot out.
Yeah, so
okay.
We're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, looks pretty good in there.
It does. It looks really good in there. I love it. Thank you. Ooh, look at that big old mosquito. Let me get out of here. Okay, y'all. So, what do y'all think? I know these are in kind of low, and Philip was talking about lifting them up with some more dirt, but I think I'm going to leave them low like that and just add some more to it because the ones outside, they grew really, really tall, so they still have room to grow. And we end up putting that plant inside of that pot, and then that one inside of that pot, and then I just have that. But I want to get some hanging plants. I want plants all across here, and I might get some more to fill this wall. I thought about putting a mirror right there, but I think instead of putting a mirror right there, I'm just going to get some more tall plants and just have them all across the kitchen. But yeah, I think they turned out nice. I really like it. What do y'all think? I think he did a great job. Gonna make some fish.
It's not hot enough.
Not quite ready. Boy, y'all, I remember, I might have told y'all this story, but when Philip and I first met, and the first time that he cooked for me over to his house, we almost didn't make it because I put some French fries inside of his fish grease. You would have thought that I had walked on his white carpet floor in some muddy boots the way that he freaked out about that. Talking about I messed up his grease. He was like having a fit about the grease. Talking about I messed his grease up. Turn this radio down, so we don't need no copyright strikes. Hold on, let me turn this down. But yeah, I might have told y'all that story about him freaking out about that fish grease. Wow. And the thing is I was like, it's not that big of a deal. I told him to grab a towel. I drained it off. That grease looked like it had never been used before. That's probably why he married me, because I fixed the grease for him.
Yeah, you did fix the grease that day.
But yeah, you know, we had a few times in the beginning that I didn't know if we was gonna make it. Like another time we had went on a date, the very first date that we had went on, I had left my driver's license in the car.
No, that wasn't the first date. No.
That wasn't the first date?
No, not that.
You're right. The first date, yeah. Well, he used to date me, y'all. He used to take me on dates. But you're right. Our first date was at TJI.
Yeah.
He invited me on a date to TJI Fridays, our first date, y'all, and he paid for it in points.
I used to rack up on that.
Like, who does that on the first date?
I used to rack up on them points. Every time I go, I had points after points after points. So I steak dinner, both of us.
You did have a lot of points.
I did. It was a lot.
But the crazy thing about it is he would have all them points, but didn't want a tip. I was like, Philip. No, you do now. But in the beginning, you did not want to. I remember that one time we were sitting there and you were like, I'm not trying to argue with you, but I am not tipping. And I'm telling you right now, don't say that because I'm not going to tip. How you going to eat their food for free? 2 steak dinners for free and then tip like $2 or $3. But he's come a long way.
Now.
He does. He's come a long way. He knows at least 15 to 20% on tipping, but he used to not tip. And he used to talk crazy to the wait staff, and I was like, don't be doing that when you're going out to eat with me. I don't want them messing with my food, but he's come a long way though. Ooh, let me show y'all this fish. Yeah, you're getting that fish all cooked up. We didn't catch no fish today, y'all, but y'all know we're gonna always have us a little plan B going on. But yeah. But that one time that I was gonna tell y'all about, we had went on a date. I don't know if y'all can hear me with the fish frying in the background, but we had went on a date to the comedy. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, that was one of the dates we had went on. But we had went to the comedy show and Philip had planned the whole date out and everything. Well, for y'all that don't know, Philip used to be a cop. Okay, so in the beginning, he was always acting like a cop. You know, like you would see people doing stuff, he'd be driving by them all slow, and I'd be like, you need to mind your business before you get your ass kicked. Because from where I come from, you mind your business. You don't be doing that. But anyway, we were going out, and when we got to the comedy show, they had 2 shows. We were scheduled to go to the early show. So we was going to the comedy show, and so I didn't have my driver's license with me because, you know, I'm carefree. I've always been kind of like a carefree, free-spirited person. And so I would leave my purse in the car. So I had left my purse in the car, so I didn't have my ID with me because Philip had drove us to, you know, it was a date. He only lived probably about, 5 minutes away from the comedy place. Oh my goodness. He started drilling me about not having my license, talking to me like he was a police officer that had pulled somebody over without their driver's license. Talking about, even my 17-year-old son don't leave the house without their driver's license. Who does that? I mean, just having this, we had it was probably about 20, 30 minutes before the show started, so we had plenty of time to go get my driver's license. And what did I do? What did I say?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember? I said, so is this going to be it? Is this going to be our last date over some driver's license? I said, just let me know, is this going to be it? Because we're not supposed to keep going back and forth about these driver's licenses. You live 5 minutes away. We got plenty of time to come back and be back in enough time for the show. So he just got quiet. We went over there to get my driver's license. I was like, so do I need to go ahead and go on home, or are we going to the comedy show? He was like, just get in the car.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we end up making it enough time to go to the first show, and we end up not having to sit with anybody because we was going to have to sit with another couple. When we was first going, we would have had to sit with another couple. So it ended up working out. But yeah, I was like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Well, we didn't catch any fish, but we got some gorgeous, delicious fish to eat with a little bit of potato salad on the side. Oh, that's one thing Philip can do, y'all. He can make some pretty fish. Oh, and it smells delicious. Plan B, you know we always got one. I'm just sitting here retwisting my hair, and I thought I would hop on here real quick. I had wanted to come back on here and talk to y'all about something. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say that my daughter had the baby. He's 6 pounds, 5 ounces. I wasn't able to make it down there for the birth. I was a little upset about that, and I was gonna fly down there because he did have a little bit of complications when he was born. So I was gonna fly down there, but he's okay now. You know, prayer works, prayer works. And I'm not gonna get on here and start being real preachy or anything like that, because I know everybody believes different things, whatever they believe, but I am a firm believer in God, okay? The Most High God, the creator of the universe and everything that is in it. I know for a fact that prayer works. My intentions were to go down there and stay for a week and help her out and everything. Philip made a valid point. At some point as parents, we have to let our adult children be adults. And he was saying that she's married now, so, let them bond with the baby and do their thing. And, so it is what it is. I was upset, especially after I found out that there was some complications and he was going to have to go to ICU. I was upset about it because I was blaming myself for not being there. Like, if I was there to help her push, because she was in labor for maybe about 13 hours, and she said that she had to push for an hour and 30 minutes. And I know, like, when she had Jersey, I was there. She was having difficulty with knowing, how to push and stuff. Because, it is kind of an art to it, to make it go fast. And so I wasn't there, so I felt bad. And I was going to just get on a flight and fly down. But she told me not to come because he's going to be in the hospital for a few days. They thought that they were going to have to put him in one of the cold chambers and lower his body temperature because he was having difficulty getting oxygen. And they were going to lower his blood pressure so he wouldn't have to work so hard trying to breathe. But it just made me kind of just think about how, when my oldest son passed away, he passed away struggling to breathe. And then this baby comes into the world struggling to breathe. And, but I am just so grateful. A lot of people, they ask me, like, after my son passed away, how is it that I'm still able to smile and, enjoy life? And I think I know it has been because of my faith. My faith is what keeps me going. And I don't care what anybody says. Sometimes people will make comments about believing in a fake God in the sky. I don't believe in a fake God in the sky. I believe in the universal God who has created everything, the Most High God who has created everything, who lives in me, he lives in you, he lives in everything. And that's what I believe in. I don't understand how people can go through life not believing that there is something, a higher source, something bigger than them. Actually, I met someone who was an atheist. She was a coworker of mine. And before I found out that she was an atheist, I never would have thought, because I had an idea in my mind of what an atheist is, in my own lack of knowing, lack of knowledge. I always thought that atheists were people who worship the devil. I don't know why I thought that, but that's just what I thought. And so after I got to talking to her, I started asking her a bunch of questions because, this kind of stuff, it interests me. Whenever somebody has a different lifestyle, a different culture, I try not to judge, or different beliefs. I want to find out about it. I want to find out, and I want to know, why is it that they believe this thing, or, you know what I'm saying? So I got to talking to her, and I started asking her questions, and I was like, well, what keeps you, if you don't believe in a higher source, you don't believe in God, what keeps you doing the right thing? And she was like, well, morals and values. She said, I was raised with morals and values, because she was like a humanitarian. She She ran marathons. She, volunteered. Like, she had a really great, sense of humor and everything. And actually, we ended up becoming friends. I went to her wedding. I went to her baby shower. But anyway, so I was just asking her questions. But she was a twin. And when she was 17 years old, her twin had got cancer. And she ended up passing away. And she said that she was praying and praying for her sister not to, pass. And she said that after she did, that it just made her feel like there was nothing else out there. Like, she just felt foolish. She said that she tried praying, but she felt like she was just kind of like talking to herself. So, to each his own. I didn't judge her. I just kind of told her that, faith is part of faith is believing, with anything. Even if you don't believe in God and you believe in the power of manifestation, even the power of manifestation is believing. You have to believe something to be true. And you just never know when it's a person's time. It's a person's time. We can easily get caught up in grief, and we can blame everybody for that grief. She came back to me a couple days later, and she said that she just wanted to thank me. And I was like, thank me for what? And she said, because whenever I have told anyone else that I am atheist, she said the first thing that they do is start judging me and start trying to convert me or convince me that I need to believe whatever it is that they believe. And I told her, I said, we are all on this journey of life. None of us really know the truth. We don't know the truth. Our beliefs are mainly based upon the beliefs of our parents. Their beliefs were based upon the belief of their parents. And a lot of times it just passed down unless you seek after knowledge for yourself. And then when you seek after knowledge for yourself, then you may find that your way may not be the same way as your parents' way. And there's nothing wrong with that. We have to find our own journey in life, our own way of doing things, because if we are here, if we are truly made in the image of God and we are here experiencing this life, we are experiencing this life through God. And even if you don't believe in God, we are still all connected. I'm not even looking to see if I'm grabbing all of the hair or not. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to be able to make it look decent. I don't retwist it too often, and I usually use aloe vera gel, but I just grabbed some of this because I have to order me some more aloe vera gel, and I could do some on my head. But anyway, yeah, so I think that if we were less judgmental of each other and of other people, and we did start seeking to find out more about people, I really do believe the world would be a better place. And we would just let people be who they are, not always tell people what they need to be thinking or how they need to think, because God gives us free will. So we don't have to always be so quick to judge or to tell people how they should believe and what they should believe. I was judgmental. There was a time in my life where I was very judgmental when I was heavy into church and everything, and I was always trying to tell people how they should think and how they should believe, and yeah, I was that person. But now I'm realizing how important each day is, each moment is, and I think that after my son passed away, that's one of the things that I learned that kept me going, was the fact that, life is short. Life is short, and you just never know. Some people will live to be old and some people won't. You could talk to somebody one day and they'll be gone the next. That's how it was with my son. The last conversation that I had with him, it was a disagreement because he was saying something about my granddaughter, his daughter, being on TikTok, and he didn't like the fact that her mom let her be on TikTok. and I was trying to give it to him from a different perspective of him not being able to necessarily control what goes on in her mother's household because they're not together. I said, but what you can do is when she's with you, just give her that fatherly love so that she won't be, she'll be responsible on TikTok and she won't be seeking a certain type of attention or whatever. But she get on there and she dance. She's a great dancer. Her dad was a great dancer. So, she liked to dance. And he felt like I was taking her mother's side. So when he got off the phone, not mad, because we had a good relationship, not mad, but just like feeling like I wasn't hearing him out. I wasn't hearing his point of view. But it wasn't that I wasn't hearing his point of view. I was just kind of saying, giving it to him from a different point of view. But anyway, so I was like, well, I'll give him a couple days to get over it, and I'll call him back. Well, that day never came because the next day is when he passed away. So, you just never know. And I didn't mean to turn this into like a sad type of vlog, but I'm just saying that we have to learn to be more understanding, to show more compassion toward people, and to understand that we are all on a different journey. And just because somebody does not do things the way that you do it does not mean that they are doing it wrong. Yeah, I like my hair so much better now that I cut it. I cut a lot of the dead weight off. Actually, I was wanting to cut it and start completely over, but Philip was like, don't cut it all off. Because I've had my hair in so many different styles, y'all. I've had it cut completely short. I've had braids. I've had weaves. I never did get into the wigs, but I have had a lot of different hairstyles. So when I did decide to lock my hair up, this was like my third time trying. But in 2020, I basically just stopped combing my hair and just let them grow. So they're not in no type of uniform pattern. They just kind of like did their own thing. And every now and then I'll go through and twist them. But I don't even know what the back looked like. And I really don't care that much about it. I just wanted it to be neater in the front. And I'm Okay, so I had a couple suggestions in the comments that I do like a closet makeover video. Okay, this is not it, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm just not that girl. I know that there are some wonderful organizing videos, makeover videos. For example, Be My Guest with Denise. Oh my goodness, y'all. She is top tier when it comes to organizing and decorating. So go and check out her channel, Be My Guest with Denise. She got over 300,000 subscribers, y'all. So she definitely knows what she's doing. But anyway, it was just hard enough for me trying to organize the hangers, changing the hanger colors. And I just didn't want to overthink it too much, because if I would have overthought it too much, it never would have gotten done. The main thing I was trying to do was just get the closet clean. And I have mentioned before, I am not a fashion girl, okay? Nor do I pretend to be. So you may have some hacks as far as ways to hang the clothes or different things to do to make it look more aesthetic. But at the end of the day, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on IG. I'm not on Facebook. I don't have any other social outlets except for YouTube. So everything that I am doing is from my own thoughts, my own way of doing it. It's nothing trendy. It's nothing that someone suggested. So just to let y'all know. Now, if y'all want to give suggestions in the comments, suggestions are welcome. I ran out of white hangers, so I did end up switching out all of the white hangers on the black clothes and put black hangers on the black clothes. That's probably the most y'all gonna get out of me. Oh man, this smells so good. Ooh, big old chunks of garlic in there. And I haven't eaten anything today. It's around 12 o'clock. So this is the first thing that I'm putting on my stomach. Hopefully it don't mess my stomach up. So let's see what it tastes like. I haven't had no cucumber salad in so long, y'all. It's not bad. It's actually pretty tasty. It's a little bit more sour than I remember. I don't remember it being this sour, but it's good. It's really good, especially the garlic. Those big old chunks of garlic. That garlic is really good. And I got a call from my daughter. Our grandson will be coming home today. Yes, praise God. He'll be coming home today. He's healthy. Everything came out good. His MRI, his EEG. He started drinking on his own, breathing on his own. And yeah, he's doing great. So he was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, but he's coming home today. And I do feel a ways. I'm not going to lie. I do feel a ways that I'm not there. But, you know, it is what it is. And it's time for me to start focusing on me. I'll see him when I go pick up the girls for the summer. Okay, y'all. So it took me a couple days, but we got this closet together. All right. Okay, so the shoes I never wear. I put them up on the top shelf. And then I just, you know, put my hats and stuff. I wear my summer hats more than I wear the fedora. So I just got them down at the bottom. Put my boots across the top. And I took the time and got all white hangers except for the black clothes because I ran out of white hangers, so I just put black hangers on the white clothes. But yeah, so, and then my sandals, my slide-ons that I wear all the time, I just put them over there and hung up the picture of me and Philip. And I plan to get a bench and put a bench there and a full-size mirror right here. Progress. Yes. I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Not one thing at a time. That's what we got to do. One thing at a time, one day at a time. Just don't quit. Get it done. Alrighty. Talk to y'all later.